Alright guys, Indetta one here. Got a couple of Matrix 1892 lever action gas rifles here to show you. I took both of these guys as a trade on my Aries Tavor. Took a bunch of cash. I actually got this Evite gift card here, which I'm not sure how I'm going to use yet as trade, but then I got both of these. And I only took these because I was curious about what they were like, and he basically offered me both of these boneyard guns for the value of one of them. So I figured if I can get them fixed, I can turn around and get I can get another extra 120 bucks off of the deal, compared to if I sold it outright, sold the Aries for the cash that I was asking. Now, to fix this gun, first thing you need to do is remove the screw here and the bigger screw underneath the lever here. I'll leave this guy. It doesn't do anything. It's just cosmetic. That'll allow you to pull the stock off. Okay. Next, you want to pull this screw and this screw here, and only take those two screws, guys. Don't mess with any of the other ones. You don't need to take any of these out. They're holding in lots of parts, and you don't even want to mess with that unless you really like to tinker with guns and get frustrated. It took me a while to put this thing back together. So anyways, just those two screws on the receiver like I showed you. That'll let you pull out this, which is your hammer trigger assembly, and this is where your part that's broken is going to be most likely. It's going to be this part right here. At least that's what was broken on both of these, and they were broken the exact same place. So I'm going to say with confidence that this little guy is the culprit on almost all of these boneyard guns. In fact, here, this is what it looked like. Okay, it breaks it breaks right there. So, pot metal, cheap crap on a stressed part. So, anyways, to get that part out, you want to push out this bearing, this bushing here. So, and then that'll let you pull out the hammer and spring here. And then I like to keep my fingers to try to keep these things together. But just push out the pin, and that'll let this all come out. Okay, like so. Okay, and then this is the part that's broke. As you can see, here's the new one I made, just out of a piece of flat bar. But it is, let's see if this will focus. It is very dimensional, guys. It has 3 different layers to it, actually, and it's obviously got quite a bit of curves and shapes to it. If you're not decent with a Dremel tool and a hand grinder, don't mess with it. If you're confident with doing this, if you're handy, go ahead. It's not that bad. I think it took me like 20 minutes to make these things, so not too bad. Get the part made, make sure it fits. To put it back together, you want to make sure this spring here actually sits inside this notch. So in front of this notch, to put tension on it. Okay, and you'll slide it back in here, and you want to make sure that you're going underneath this tab. Okay, slide it down. Get everything lined up, and then your pin will only fit through the back, guys. The front hole, the right high side hole here, is a little bit smaller, is what catches it. Okay, and then obviously put your hammer back in. Like so, and then you should have a working one here. Catch, release. Okay, so obviously just finish putting this in the opposite way that you took it out. I'll show you the rest of the internals here real quick. To get to this, basically you'll take this screw out right there, and then this whole thing will slide forward, and then underneath this there are 2 screws and on this side, and 3 screws on this side. Take those out, and the whole barrel assembly. The whole barrel assembly will come off, okay? And then you'll be able to see on the end there'll be a big Allen head screw right here, and then 2 small Phillips head screws there. Just take all those out, and then this whole thing should slide out. This is the loading, the part that loads the BBs up to the actual chamber. So anyways, there's the internals of that. There's a bunch of O-rings in here. You should probably keep lubing these screws. Take those off, and then there's an O-ring in between here. There's an O-ring down here. There's an O-ring up here. Both of these ones were actually missing this O-ring right here, guys. I don't know if that's common. And then there's a big O-ring inside between these 2 halves, because these will split apart. Be careful you take them apart, because you got this ball bearing here. You don't want to lose that. Obviously this hop up lever adjustment, just you push, there's a pin right here, you push out and that'll come off. So anyways, there's that. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I appreciate it. If you have any more questions about this, let me know. Like I said, it's pretty easy to fix, and be sure to pay attention later this week, beginning of next week. I've got 2 brand new gas blowbacks coming, so watch for those, guys. I'll do another gun update on my collection. There's a few things that have changed, so after that it'll probably not change very much. I'm going to start building some of the guns I've got. I have, I don't know, 4 or 5 at least that that I haven't modified in any way really yet, and I want to start doing that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. The 1892 lever action Winchester, fun little gun. All right, talk to you later.